Hi everyone, Marion Emberson here. So quite often I use baby wipes and kitchen roll. And some people say to me like, oh, you're not throwing that away, are you? And I'm like, no, actually I do use it again. But then I always forget to show you guys. So I'm going to show you in this video what I do behind the scenes. So first of all, this is my kitchen roll. I try, and I have used patterned ones before, and that's not great. But try and get the really, really cheap ones, and it's got nothing fancy on it. It just works a treat. It really does. Let me just put that aside. These are from Costco, Kirkland baby wipes. I like these because they're big. They're much bigger than your normal Huggies or Pampers or whatever. And anyway, this is what I do. I end up with lots of bits like this, all my colours. Now, I don't know what my neighbours thought the other day when I was hanging these all out to dry. They were just like, oh, she's at it again. But this is my kitchen roll, okay? All been spritzed. And then these are my baby wipes. Well, I say they've all been spritzed. They have been spritzed, but there was another purpose to them. So let me just get these and I'll just show you just roughly what I do. So when I'm sitting here making, which isn't often, I oh, let's get me thing like that. Let's get a baby wipe. Okay, so I do sometimes, as you can see, just put something in and spritz straight in here. But when I feel like I need some backgrounds, colourful backgrounds, I'll put something like that in. I will take, let's have a butterfly, a little flutterby. I'll do that just for now. And then, so these were all done using my Magicals from Lindy's Stamp Gang. So this set I've got here is Vinny's View. I just love all her names. Right, let me just pop these out and see what I fancy. So I am gonna give this just a little spritz just to get it slightly wet. Oh, look, see, I've got bits on there already. I'm not very good at cleaning up. So this one is Bars Looking at Your Olive. Bars Looking at Your Olive. I don't know why I had to do an American accent then. So I do a little spritz there. You know I'm going to go for the blue. Portrait Blazer Blue. Because I do love me green and blue. Little spritz, spritz, spritz. Like so. And you know what? Roll in the hay. Let's throw this in. So these ones are the flat ones. So they've got no mica in them. No, I do like them actually. But I do like the mica ones as well. Right, just throw a bit of that on there. Now, the great thing about this is you can just keep going. Yeah, you can just keep putting on and putting on. So I tend to over-spritz because I'm heavy-handed. So, I mean, one, I love that anyway. But I can just drip some off and it really don't matter. And then I can just set this aside to start drying. I'll put that over there. And then while I've got these out, I might just do a few leaves. And this is always handy. So this is, I've probably shown you this before. This is where when I'm die cutting, I often do a few extra and then I can pop them in there, ready to go. So let's just pop those in there. So when I need a card in a hurry, I can just quickly, I think my last video showed that. I can just quickly do that. So let's go blue again. Oh, so heavy-handed. You really don't need a lot. And then I'm going to go the green. See, look at the blues in there. Oh, love these. Absolutely love them. This is the olive one. Doop, doop. And then I might just to be different. This is Cafe Terrace Tangerine. So let me just see what a little bit of that does. I love the way it will change colour as well when it mixes with the other colours, which is just great. I feel like you just get so much for your money out of these because you can just keep sort of like layering on top and get different effects and colours. Right, so I'm now going to take a piece of kitchen roll, because if I want to mute this down a bit, I mean, I love that, but I can just tap, 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 oop, lift it up. Oh, I like that. See, I like that. You could actually use that like that. Let's just do that one, that side. Same thing. I do like this muted look. Look at that. Look at that. That's beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. And if I wanted to, so even though these are flat ones, if I wanted to, I could, she says, looking around. Oh, where's me? Oh, she's trying to look and she can't find it. One of me clear sparkly powders from Wow. I could just emboss over the top and then make that all sparkly. She says, but as I say, she can't find it. So let me just leave that. I love that. Those three colours are beautiful. And what a difference. Actually, I'm gonna tap him off as well. I don't know why I'm calling it a him, but I am. So let's just see what that comes out like. So that was just with the blue and the green, and look. Oh, they're just gorgeous. So there's my little bit there. Pop that there. But can you see what I'm doing here? So I'm starting to build like this sheet and this sheet. I can actually sort of put that in there and just pick up some of those colours from there because the baby wipe is wet. So it's going to transfer some colours. And if you're worried about your fingerprints, you could just brayer it on, etc. So let's just lift. And now, because you don't need to fill the whole thing, because don't forget, we're doing this just to sort of mop up the colour and make it easier for us. But then if you're going to go ahead and use it for die cutting, etc., you don't have to fill up the whole thing. So now I can hang these on my washing line just to get the neighbours talking again. They probably think, what underwear does Ricky wear? Bless him. Right, anyway, so let me just put these aside for now. Okay, so I've got a couple of dies here. What have I got in front of me? Right, I've got A Pocket Full of Happiness, Good Luck, because I cut these out. Loads and loads of flowers, all the little ones, because they're just gorgeous. And what I might do is cut some out from the background coloured and then put the white over the top, or vice versa. I love this, thank you. I always forget to use it. Sorry, Joker. But I love that. And then I got this the other day from Spellbinders. It was in their sale. I'm hooked on sales at the moment. What's it called? Does it say what it's called? It probably does. Oh, Grid. Just called Grid, this embossing folder. And it's lovely. And I use this. I'm going on a special hop on Instagram, etc. soon. Very, very soon. And I use that on one of the cards and it's lovely. So, because they need to dry, let's just move on to some of these. And then I can just decide what I'd like. So, now, look at this. Look at that. I mean, that's just by, because it was 2-ply, then I've actually got double whammy on there. So it's just fantastic. Let me just, I'm loving those colours in that. This was when I was swatching my new, I've got some new Lindys, and I was just sitting there swatching them all, and it was just building and building and building. Let's go for, right, sorry while I procrastinate. See, I love this as well. I love all the white on that. Let's have a look. No, do you know what? Right, I might do this one first. I know it's not the most colourful, but let's get a bit of card. And this, I mean, you could put double-sided adhesive down and then adhere it to it, yeah. But I find that when I do that, I often get in a mess because I end up sticking it down where I don't want to stick it down, and then you can't peel it up, etc. And this Barely Arts glue just works an absolute treat. So I'm just going to go in. Pick the area that I like the most. Do I like that one? I like this bit because it's got a little bit of yellow. So I can lay that down and then just lay the card on top and just give it a little rub-a-dub-dub. Like so. Doesn't matter if it's not perfectly smooth. I could have done that if I wanted to. If I wanted to do that, I would have just started at one end and then sort of smoothed it out. But now I'm going to cut this. I can keep that bit to use again because I don't like throwing anything away. You ask my husband, I'm a nightmare. Okay, the other thing, I could have actually gone round like that and then just done little mitered corners, because if I'm going to stick this on top of a card, it doesn't matter. But if you feel that you haven't gone close enough to the edge with your glue, you can just go in and add a little bit more. But if I'm going to use this for die cutting, I could use it as a panel. And then, for example, like I say, I could have stuck some little flowers on there. See, that looks pretty, doesn't it? Even just that looks pretty. Just that looks lovely. If I go back into my little thing, I'm going to need to cut some more because I keep using these lately. Right, what have I got? How does me vellum look? Oh, that's nice. I like the vellum on there. I like that. I can't even remember what I cut this one from, but I will find out. Yeah, I like that. Or, do you know what? Let's just move all this over, because I think what I might do, I'm going to emboss it. Let's give it a little emboss. Can you see that texture on there? Lovely. So, I'm going to just go in and trim it off. Because I'm making it into a panel for my card front. Perfect. Nice and simple. So I could go one of these. I like that. I do like that. I don't feel that I want a coloured one like that on it, because I feel like that distracts from the background there. But I do like that. And then I'll go into my little sentiments box and put a little sentiment on there. So I'll come back to that later and I'll show you at the end. Put that aside there. Then let's just move these back out the way. Okay, let's go for something nice and bright. So grabbing another piece of card. Now I could use the paper or baby wipe. I think I'll go with this because I'm going to cut the thank you. So I'm going to go for an area that's got quite a bit on it. So let's have a look. Oh, so much choice. Let's just... And covering journal pages, book journal pages and things like that would be great. If I do that... Okay, same thing. I am going to glue this, so get it as close. And this time I will put it over the edges to show you, and then miter it a little bit. Well, do a cheats miter. Okay, so let's just do that. Give that a little snip, snip, snip. Okay, there's too much round there. I don't need all that much. So I'm just going to do this. I mean, I'm actually just going to use this to cut the word thank you out. So I don't really need to do this, but just to show you, just trim it a little bit. You don't need loads hanging over. And this is only if you're using it as a panel on top of your card front, so that you're not going to see it. But just to show you. Oops. Okay, that I won't keep. You would just take your glue, go around the edge like so, and then just fold it, and then I just go that side. And then when you bring this in, you can actually fold these so they come into a little mitre like that. It's like a little cheats mitre. It's not like if you were doing curtain making, which I used to be a curtain maker. But let me do that one this way, and then I can show you another little cheat. So that one I've just folded over, and then you can just go in and snip your corners. Okay. So like so, and then you've got that all nice and neat around there. But I'm not using it for that because I want to die cut this thank you out. I love how bold this is. So gorgeous. Right, so I think I'm going to do the lines in white, and then I'll do this in the colour. So I can choose where I want it. So if I wanted it predominantly yellow, I can choose there, for example. In fact, I might do that. And then I've still got all that to use. So let me just cut this. And then I've still got all that to use. I'm going to find a little pokey tool, and then I'm going to cut it out in white. And look, and the tissue gives texture to it. You probably can't see that, but trust me, it's there. I'll bring it up to the camera in a minute so you might be able to see it. And I'm poking all the holes just in case any of it's stuck, if there was any wet glue seeped through. I don't want that. Oh, so pretty. Do you know what? You could even just leave it like that. Oh, look, so I've got a little bit sticking up there where I didn't get any glue on that bit. So that's easily remedied by just popping a little bit of glue on. So you could actually just leave it like that. I don't need to do the white, she says, struggling to get that back on. But, I mean, look, can you see the texture? I don't know if you can see it or not. It's gorgeous. And this is where you really don't need a lot. So this is typical me and my cards. So if I just take one of my cards and I can just have, oh, do you know what, look. I was really, really naughty the other day and I bought the new Platinum 6 machine because it was on sale. It was on an amazing sale at Craftelia, which are a Spanish company. Took a while to come, I must admit. No offence, Craftelia, but see, look, I haven't even used this. Can't even get it out. Come on, you. I'm gonna have to just rip it. That's annoying. Okay, didn't really want to do that, but I had no choice. But look, I fell in love with this. So this is a 3-dimensional one, so I'm just gonna pop that in there. Just make sure I've lined it up, give or take a millimetre. Oh, look at that. That is so beautiful. I didn't buy the machine just so I could get that, but I was really chuffed that I got it. Really, really chuffed. Okay, so Oh, look, I need a little bit more glue here. Right, this is where I could tell I didn't glue it enough. Oh, you know why? Because I didn't, did I? I just done the edges. Duh. Oh, honestly. My life is every day's a school day. That's my favourite saying, because I just do so many mistakes. But I learn. Even though I've been doing this for, I don't even know how many years I've been doing this for. I've been crafting or creating since I was a little girl. I'm now 61, so I'm like, yeah, you'd think I'd know by now. Right, I think I might, because I've got the white background here, I think I will do, I just love that. Right, bear with. This is my fiddly part, but it will be worth it. Just get. And this is what I love about these dies, is you get double whammy, because you can do like the inner or the outer. It is worth just taking the time to just poke them out gently, because they're very, very small. There's me U, but I can also so look, I could have it, got a bit of thing on it, I could have it so it outlines like that. Joker, you think of everything, love that. Or I could just individually put it on like so. If I wanted to, if I wasn't so lazy, I could cut this out again in a different colour and then outline this in the white and then have that in a different colour. But you know what I do then? I cover up all my bit that I've got underneath. I think I like this. I think that goes nice with it. So I will keep those for another time because, well, I just keep everything. And I will stick these down and then I will be back. Okay, so we have got thank you. And you really don't need much more than, not in my eyes anyway. You might all be screaming at it going, ew, it's really plain. Or I could turn it around this way, have it like that, put some little dots on it. I just love it. Absolutely love it. I need to trim this down a tiddly bit to fit my card base. And in fact, I might trim it so that it fits on there because I like it against the blue. Right, I'll come back to that one as well. And then what else was I going to do? Right, let me just clear up because I was going to do one more background. But I might just do this in white and then I can put these on like so. Because I might as well show how I'm using them as well. So let me just die cut this. In fact, I might die cut a couple. One from this, one from the colour and one from white. So bear with. So this time I put lots more glue over it because I'm going to die cut this. So I might get little bits lift. Whereas I made that boob last time, didn't I? So let's just trim this off. So basically what I'm saying is baby wipes and kitchen roll can just be your friend. And yeah, it can be your friend. Let me cut this out. Okay, so we've got that cut out. I was a little bit overzealous when I pulled it off. And I pulled that a little bit and I shouldn't have done that. But hey-ho, it's okay. But I mean, look at that. And this is just from like a bit of waste, really. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? It's just stunning. I just love it. And I love the texture still that I'm getting from the tissue. Let me just put that aside. You could, now this might be going a little bit too far. All these bits, I could put them inside this. This is just a white bit. And I could sit and lay them into these. Or I could just sit and make my own little flowers. This is where I'm like, okay, Marion, step back. Stop now. You're going a little bit too far. But look, 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 look. Do you know what I mean? And you could just... In fact, I might save these for the grandchildren because they would just have fun sitting there building flowers with those. So let me just move this out the way just a minute. I want to keep it. Do you know what? Every time I'm doing this, I'm sort of thinking, oh, and then I could do that, and then I could do that. And it's like, okay, step away from it now, Marion. I was going to just do this as a really quick video. Whoops. A little bit over the top there with me banging. Look, they're such lovely dies. Joker from A Pocket Full of Happiness really puts a lot of effort into her products. She really, like, you know, pulls out all the stops. I'm not saying other companies don't. They do, obviously, but it's just, she's a one-man band and she does an amazing job. So now, I could either take this and do another background, yeah, and just lay that on like that, so it's the white on that, or I could stick this down. Let's get this out. Where's me card? I could stick this on here, and then I could just take these bits and put them back in. Oh, I like that. I like that. So I might sit and do that. That'll be a little bit of me time. You won't have to watch it. I'll just whiz through it. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Right. These bits I'm going to save for my babies, because we do love a bit of crafting together, me and the girls. And they love it. And they're like, Nanny, what are we going to make? What are we going to make? I just love it. Right. Put them there. Okay. Let's just move all this. Make sure I've got all of them. And then I will be back and show you them all finished. Okay, so I have all these ideas what I'm going to do, and then I end up changing them halfway through. Oh, that rhymed. I have all these ideas what I'm going to do, then I end up changing them halfway through. Right, so simple. Simple is my friend's birthday in June. She will love that because she loves these colours. And I just, do you know what? I was just wondering, I mean, I can see it clearly, but you can't really see it on camera. Wondering if I could have coloured the vellum a little bit just to make it stand out a little bit more. And then just quite simply, thank you. I think that just does it all by itself. Don't need much more. These two I've left blank until I know what I want to put on there. But look at that. Just, I mean, I love those. I love all of them. But oh, I just love all of them. Anyway, so just, you know, when you're doing anything inky, even if you're using your, you know, your Distress mica stains, your Dina Wakley sprays, and anything, just put your paper down first. As I say, I don't remember to do it all the time because sometimes I just go steaming in on my tin. But yeah, and then hang them on the washing line, save them, and then use them. And I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. So thanks ever so much for watching. Take care. Bye.